Being out of the house and in my first semester at college, there are so many things that I've learned about UWF. It's been a great learning experience, and I'm sure I'll reflect on these days and remember them fondly. Here are just a few different things that I've learned. Roommates. If you decide to live on campus, you'll have a roommate. I met my roommate Amanda at orientation, and so we decided to be roommates because we seemed to click pretty well. I was so fortunate to get such an awesome person. We get along great and haven't had any major issues so far. Even though we spend a large amount of time together in the room, we'll also go out and do fun things together. Although I have an 8:30 class and Amanda doesn't have class until 11:30, it isn't too bad because I just have to be a little quiet when waking up. But Amanda is super chill about everything. It's great. We take turns cleaning, and I'd say I couldn't have asked for a better roommate. Home. I thought I would just love being away from home and finally being able to make my own rules. But I find myself missing my parents and siblings, and especially my mother's cooking. I do get to go home and see my family on some of the weekends, which has been so great. Although I will always consider that my true home, my friends and I find us calling Pace Hall home. It's like I'm living with a huge family, but that gets along very well. Everyone is friends with everyone in Pace Hall because, as we like to say, Pace is the place. Honestly, I really thought that living in the dorms was going to be horrible and I would just blend in and do my own thing. But it seriously has been the complete opposite, and I'm so glad I came to UWF. Good diet and exercise. So it's true. I promised myself that I would stay the same size when I went to college, and that definitely didn't happen. Staying up super late and eating unhealthy food is not a great idea. Now I've realized that I have to be responsible to eat healthy and be sure to get plenty of sleep. This basically just means that I need to be more responsible and manage my time and energy better. Most of my exercise comes from walking to and from my classes. Not only does it help me get exercise, but it also saves gas and time in trying to find a parking spot. One of my favorite ways to exercise is volleyball, which is really fun and doesn't take too much coordination to play. A lot of students on campus also ride their bikes around to get to classes and to exercise. At times, life gets hectic, and it seems like when they're the most hectic, that's when I get the laziest. I end up just wanting to lie in bed and sleep whenever it comes to homework time. Or I'll want to grab some grub to eat, or watch TV, or Facebook distracts me a lot too. I've learned that going to Starbucks on campus and getting a nice drink or snack, and settling down in one of the study rooms in the library are really a great way to study and get some serious work done. I also enjoy going for a walk around Pargo before I do my schoolwork because I can finally get a breath of fresh air and then get to work. Priorities. College is filled with tons of fun activities, and hanging out with friends is so much fun. But you have to remember where your priorities lie. You are at college to learn and eventually graduate and start a career. It's easy to put off studying, to go to the movies or hang out with friends. But you have to remember that if you put it off, it's going to be a pain later when you try to cram. Keeping school one of your top priorities will really take the stress level down overall. I'm not saying that you can never hang out with your friends, but be sure to get the studying done first. For example, my friend Kaylee and I put 116 sticky notes on our friend's dorm room door. That definitely wasn't the best idea for my studying. Although I had a blast leaving him notes, I still know I should have studied earlier to avoid having to cram later that night. Overall, being at UWF has taught me so much. I'm sure that I'll continue to learn more as the days go by.